Welcome to In the Gap. I'm Catherine with the Estate Law Center, and the following is a collection of law articles using personal stories to explain the meaning and importance of estate planning. This is meant to be educational and does not establish an attorney-client relationship. Enjoy the following story. It seems like just yesterday. Perhaps you have seen the image on Facebook of an older adult woman sitting in a wheelchair, gazing into a full-length mirror. The woman has gray hair and wrinkles, perhaps from a lifetime of worries about family matters, relationships, and finances. The onlooker notices that the woman is hunched over, even as she sits gazing into the mirror. What resonates is that the image reflected back to the woman is one of a 40-something-year-old version of the woman as a statuesque ballerina. As a mother of young adults, I have been astounded at how quickly time advances. It seems like just yesterday, I was their age, the world was at my fingertips, and I was invincible. Now, I often look in the mirror and I wonder who is looking back at me. I wish that was the only reality of time passing quickly. As an estate planning attorney, I've encountered both adult-age children and older adults who were confident the time was on their side and that they could easily plan for the protection of themselves, their children, and their estates at a later date. When the planning is put off and an unexpected life event affects one's ability to henceforth put a plan in place, the protections and intent of the adult may not be known and therefore cannot be honored. It is easy to get overwhelmed at the what-ifs, so much so that it could make one want to retreat from putting in place estate planning documents such as a will, a trust, a power of attorney, and an advanced medical directive. I know this feeling all too well, though I know it in relation to a sporting event. Recently, I competed in my first triathlon. Now, before that impresses anyone, it was a sprint triathlon, which means a short swim, a 10-mile bike prong, and a 5K run. I'm older, and I certainly appear like the novice I am. As I think back, I probably could have used a brown paper bag to contain my nervousness. From the time the race packets were to be picked up, it was a full 4 hours of waiting for the so-called novice group's race time slot. Exhausting myself with the anticipation of the race about to begin, I finally sat down in a spot far from the hustle and bustle of swimmers, bikers, and runners who were already going through their paces. I closed my eyes, and at first, I began to think about each stage of the race and what I might encounter. I found that was making me even more nervous. I reminded myself that I had trained for this. I had planned for this day. In fact, during my swim training, I found myself thinking about the older adult woman who, even though she was dependent upon a wheelchair, she saw herself as having the poise and agility of a ballerina. That was similar to what I felt about my profile in the water. There I was, what a sight! Having not tried freestyle swimming in over 40 years, wearing my neck-to-knee-length swimwear, as well as my swim cap and goggles, smiling to myself as I so-called raced through the water, I felt like a pro. In reality, I probably looked like someone who needed to be rescued. However, it was this flash of truth that hit me. As I had my eyes closed and was thinking about the 3 prongs of the triathlon in front of me, I had trained and I had planned. So I had the luxury of focusing on one prong at a time, so one stage of the race at a time. Actually, to complete the race, it was essential for me not to get ahead of myself in my mind. I had already put the building blocks in place. The rest, it would take care of itself. The same is true with estate planning. Planning ahead, putting the building blocks in place in order to protect a person and their estate through life's seasons takes a small investment in time and monies at the forefront. That should be followed up by reviews respected to the individual needs, but this truly is protecting the stewardship of your God-given assets. It is my hope that this story resonates with you. The Estate Law Center serves clients throughout the Commonwealth of Virginia in the practice areas that touch most of our lives: estate planning, elder law, and business law. The motto of the Estate Law Center is protecting the stewardship of your God-given assets. Enjoy additional articles read from In the Gap, and for more information, please visit estatelawcenter.com. I leave you with this, and the following comes from my heart. We must protect those who are not able to speak for themselves. We must protect our neighbor who has been wronged by another. We must reach out to the elderly who may be overwhelmed by a vast system of laws. We must act boldly when others may be caused to be weak and use the protective arm of the law to guard against the trampling of individual liberties. Thank you for joining this segment of In the Gap.